Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. How are you doing today? I could just sit and chat with you all day long, but I'll start setting up a little early so we can chit chat in the chat before we start. But good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I am excited for today's sorry, I have to my OCD like will not let it be, and it's backwards, so it's like this is my yeah, okay. Good morning. Good morning. I'm excited to talk about today's topic. I think that what's been happening I mean, as a reflection, so with it, as within, so without, as above, so below. So Venus goes to, or Today, Pluto goes direct in Aquarius, and Venus will enter Libra today, creating that beautiful grand air trine with Uranus at 0 degrees of Gemini, Pluto at 1 degree of Aquarius, and now Venus is going to be at 1 degree of Libra. Venus is going to be opposite to Neptune for a day, so it's just like this, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But full steam ahead for sure. Show of hands. Who's been up this morning shifting their I've been moving my little space around, put the desk over here. I have like a new look that I want to be doing for the tall videos that I do. So, oh, that's huge and incredible language. I love that. I got some big T trauma, little T trauma triggered. Dude, it's like it's right in your face. It's right in your face right now, and I see you and I honor you, and I'm grateful to share this space with you because it can sometimes be and although I say I have tissues literally everywhere, I can always say like things are going to come up in your face, but it doesn't discredit how disgusting and uncomfortable it is when can you see me? How's that? I had to refresh the page, so hopefully we can. Please let me know if you can see me. No, we're going to continue. We're going to continue. Can you see me now or no? Let me know. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. We're back. Sweet. I sometimes have to refresh the page, so I will tell you if I'm actually going to like end it, but if not, just wait and I'll refresh the page. It is raining out there. It is windy and raining, so sometimes when that happens, my internet connection doesn't always come through, but I trust it. But I trust, yeah. No, 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 it's not you. It's not you. It's not. As far as I think, I get a little message that says like your internet is not stable. So I am trying my best, and I notice that the people are coming in and out and coming in and out. So hopefully everybody can make it and we can chit chat, and I'll just keep going otherwise. But yeah, it can feel very intense. I feel like Libra can be, not just Libra, but Venus can be like, oh, it's yin, it's receiving, it's this. But certain things, if we're not open to receive, certain things have to go so we can. If something's in the way of our reception, we have to move it out of the way. We have to shift some things around. So we can kind of perceive Venus transits to be subtle and gentle. And I feel as though because everything in October or in Libra season is kind of like doubled up, where it's Pluto goes direct the same day that this happens, and then it was like the full moon and Mercury switch signs. So it's all kind of like clustered together a little bit. But one thing that I've really been noticing in myself, as well as in the collective, is something that I really wanted to talk about today and offer to everyone as validation, but also offer the permission. Sometimes we just need permission from another person, whether it be across time and space, to say, like, hey, I see you want to make a change, or I see changes happening. Implement them. And that's so okie dokie. I've been doing that myself. I've been doing that in my own content. I've been doing that in the way that I show up for myself in my day-to-day life. I've been integrating what it is that I teach. Like I go back and listen to all the things, like my full moon channeling and healing. I receive that on my own. And I have to like stop listening to my brain to be like, there's background chatter or there's this. I'm like, just just take some pressure off, kiddo. You're doing great. Like, just take some pressure off. But yeah, I wanted to talk about it like personally, collectively, and energetically. I think energetically first, this group knows the planets. We know our own energy levels. We know our own nervous system. We understand that there's like something just doesn't work. Like there's something that's like, I don't like this, or something that just feels like an off flavor. But what's really interesting, and it's like this analogy might not be for everyone, but you know, when you have your hyperfixation food and you're like, I will breakfast, lunch, and dinner indefinitely be eating this. This is like what it is that I'm ingesting. Nigel, so good to see you. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. And I can feel like this is what I am. Hey, hello. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope everybody can hang out today. I'm having some tea. It's a chai with some coconut sugar. Some is generous, but I mean, some is kind to myself, but I've been enjoying sweet things. I made muffins yesterday. They're cinnamon cherry muffins. They're really good. I didn't take pictures of them, which is unfortunate, but I made muffins the other day and they did not come out that good. We love a good chai, Nigel. We love a good chai. We really do. Yeah. I used to make my own chai blend, and I can't find the recipe that I had created. This was like many years ago. It was on, like it's on like another computer. I could check an old hard drive, but like I crafted my very own, like this many cardamom pods and this many this and this much this and that. And it would be, what was it? It was caffeine free. And then I had like, this is how long to steep it with the black tea and stuff like that. I love a good chai. Have I tried Indian food? Yes. And I can't think of I have tried Indian food, and I don't wanna be, like, basic and be like, "Palak paneer is my favorite food," or things like that, but there's a few different dishes, but I can't think of the names off the top of my head, but I do enjoy Indian food very, very much so. Very, very much so. But I like spice, but I'm still white, so I can, like, attempt to, like, dude, yum stuff, like, yummy stuff. Like, I like, I could say that I want, like, spice, but I still need, like a white person plus level of spice is what I can handle. Because like, I can be ambitious, but then my Aries comes in, I'm like, I can't eat anything. I can't." Yes. I've been feeling as though my nervous system needs a soft reset. There's a call to work closely with the heart space chakra. That is beautifully spoken, beautifully spoken. And I want you to honor that full on. And really, the way that you spoke that is just so beautifully, where you know exactly like the labeling, the feeling that like, a nervous system needs a reset. So I know that there's something that's happening, and you know exactly the space to really give yourself that medicine. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. I think right now we're gonna be sensing a lot of that, and really just be leaning into something that we did or enjoyed or liked might not feel safe, comfortable, or okie dokie anymore. Or maybe it's just our nervous system is getting and needing that reset, and we just need to up level a little bit of our grounding and really lean into that and lean into foods that we really love, or lean into music that we really love, or a new aesthetic. I mean, Venus and Libra, hello, changing of aesthetics. I didn't even anticipate to keep the buns up. I had kind of like they're in clippies. It doesn't really look like from the back though, it does not look very good. But I kept it up to like crunch the curls. But then I was like, we're just going with it today. We're staying with it. We're just staying with it. But there's some feelings that individually, so energetically, we know this language. We know that we've been experiencing and preparing ourselves for a lot of the shifts in the big planets, or the shifts in the stars, or all these different things. We know that 2025 was really dipping our toe in the new energy of Uranus and Gemini, Saturn and Neptune in Aries, all of these different things. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really like I j this is when my Aries comes out in my own life. So it's not just me shouting my Aries out to you, where I say to you, like, "It's an eclipse portal. Don't make any big decisions. Don't do anything huge." And then I go see my stylist and I'm like, "Just chop it. Chop it. Go 90s Bob. Chop it. Chop it." So thank you. I really appreciate that. It feels very fresh and it feels a lot more like me. And that's It's been a journey. I haven't been wearing the sparkles as much. I've just been kind of enjoying being myself. And so, good morning, Mason. So good to see you. Dude, it feels really refreshing, and there's been seasons that my guides have told me to grow it out, to keep it long, and then there's been seasons that I'm just like, I need a fresh new like, Mars is in my first house right now, like, Venus, like, it's very, like, I'm changing the aesthetic, changing things up, offering you new membership spaces, like, it's very but I think it's today or tomorrow where the sun transits into my 12th house, so I will be feeling that quite deeply, and it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. But yeah, it's so on an energetic and on a personal level, we might be feeling this need for a shift, this need for change. And I thought about putting like content in quotation marks when I posted, but I just left it the way that it is, very Aries again. But it feels as though what we're ingesting, what we're creating, what we're doing, what we're writing, and how we're expressing ourselves, how our artistry is pouring out of us, is going through this shift from the inside out. And right now, it just kind of feels like there's this massive it doesn't feel like a fork in the road right now. It doesn't. It just feels like the image that my guides and the God, source, universe, spirit. If you're new around here, I'm a channeler, so if I'm looking out over here, my guides and God, source, universe gives me spirit images of what I'm trying to say. And it's not like there's a fork in the road. It's not like we're at that like some people go this way, some people go this way. It just feels like there's like a big bend and that we're just taking a turn, but it's one path. Like we're walking the path. Like what's your current fixation? My room movie soundtracks and video game soundtracks, so good. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, yes, please share your soundtracks. So I am a millennial, and so my hyperfixation is actually nourishing my inner teenager. All of the Twilight movies have been available for free on YouTube, and I've been binge watching them. However cringe they are, I don't care. It is satisfying my inner teenager to be like, what are you doing, girl? What are you doing? Like, if you grew up with those movies and you have not watched them in your late 30s, I highly recommend that because it is as cringe as possible, but at the same time, it's just gonna like there's only a specific area that can be nourished by that. So dive in if you want, but that's my hyperfixation right now, and it is just and I recognized yesterday where it was like the anniversary of the books being written, so it's everywhere. So I was like, "Oh, you're tapping to the collective." And my inner teenager was like, "Don't take this from me. Like just until it's hyper fixated out, until it is not a hyper fixation anymore, just continue to do it." And then the second, please show of hands, hyperfixation foods, hyperfixations. If you know this language, when it's done, you're like, I never have to do that again. Megan, all for free on YouTube. Text me after, girl. It is satisfying as can be, start to finish, and you could skip over the parts that are too much. It's so yeah, it's like scratching an itch right now that I couldn't reach before, and it's hitting every possible so and there's been like, if you'd asked me that a year ago, I would not have shared that with you. I'm just like, "I don't care." Yeah, yeah. I'm 38. I watched those movies. Yes, 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 yes. They will scratch my energy issue. It's so beautiful. Girl, it's so beautiful. It is so lovely. And it's just like, yeah, those trees. I know. Oh my God. This is just magical. The spaces that you get to see and perceive are so magical. So, so magical. But yeah, I'm seeing this shift, this bend in our collective road. Oh, nice, nice. That's perfect. I love a good rainy, moody day. I've got one here too, and it's so nice. It's just like I think the next few days are going to be moody and rainy, and I got two candles going right now. It's just yeah, I rearranged the whole studio setup, and I recorded a new style of video that's gonna be, like, Instagram as I think I'll post it on here too because I really like it, but this one came through as, like, a brutally honest channel, and so I liked the way that it came out. It's kinda like more it's So I'm integrating this in the same time that I'm talking about this. So this isn't me on the other side of like, hey, you're coming to a fork in the road or you're coming to a bend in the road. This is me right there with you, just saying, I'm very projector, very channeler right now. I'm feeling that these shifts are happening. So I want to acknowledge them so you can acknowledge them within yourself. You can see it in your own content, in what you're ingesting, what you're creating, in what music you like, and what food that you're eating, all different things like that. And so that you can also it's like not how do I say? For this group, I feel like we're all just feeling this. This isn't like predictions. This is happening right now. Does that make sense? And I want to offer, like, if you're feeling that, lean into it. You don't owe anyone a past version of you. You don't owe anyone a version of you that is outdated, that is expired. You don't even have to explain it. You can just show up as your full self. I think that's something that we can all, myself included, get a little bit of like, hey, I know I used to do this, but now I'm doing this. Or hey, just show up. Just do it in the new way. Just show up with your new haircut, with your new aesthetic, and just speak it and try it. And it's something that I'm really integrating and that I want to offer is that make the content that you like. Make your whole feed be something that you enjoy. Like, I looked over my Instagram today and I was like, "I got a clean house. I gotta go through this. This is the I don't like looking at I don't like that." It's what I've heard from many successful content creators, which is like, that's your house, that's your wall. Like, let your whole feed be your wall. Let it be what you really love, and let that be it's kinda like I forgot to write this down, but there was 4 different groups. Oh my god. So you're gonna probably see this within the content creators, like the people that are very public, and the way that they post is gonna change. They're like it's gonna be more personal, more authentic, more fresh-faced, like just more like one-on-one chit-chatting. And then you're gonna see the people talking about it. You're gonna see people talking about the change. And then you're gonna see people that are teaching about the change, teaching how to do it. And then, this is interesting, you're gonna see people, like, everyday people that just wanna change their art and change their content and change what it is that they're sharing. Is the 4th group and the 1st group not the same thing? So if you think that you're just a Joe Schmo out there that's just posting and creating content, you're actually in the same as the artists and the content creators and the people that maybe we have pedestalized a little bit. So I want you to recognize that. That was the most important thing. I think that group 2 and 3, I said it the right way. But it's like, yeah, people are gonna be talking about it, people are gonna be trying to teach about it, and then the content creators and you as the content creator that doesn't think that they're a content creator, but they're an artist and they just wanna share their life, you're just gonna see these changes. You're just gonna see changes coming. And one thing that I've seen, I've heard, and I'm integrating is that people don't always wanna be online anymore. It's something that I saw Gary Vee speak about, which like I'm really leaning into in, Massachusetts and New Hampshire. I'm going to be offering in person. I'm going to be traveling Sarah again. So I'm going to be offering in-person sessions. Right now I do events and things like that, but I would definitely be open to one-on-one stuff. I haven't updated my website, but like that's something in Massachusetts and New Hampshire that I am offering now or will be offering. And it feels so good. It feels so good. Like I did an in-person session with a recurring client on Saturday and it fills me up so much. I miss in-person contact. I miss being there and just like and hugging you. I just like I can't wait to just visit every single one of you and just hug you. Like I just can't wait. I just can't wait. Megan, you gotta come here, kid. I think of you anytime I I was in Boston the other day and I thought of you, Megan. I was like, girls gotta see this. She's gotta hear this. She's gotta integrate this. It's gonna be a good time. And so channeling a home in the heart, a place to come back to when it can feel safe and free to be soft and tend to ourselves in whatever way feels best for our inner child. So beautifully put. So incredibly beautifully put. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is so lovely. That's how it feels. It's one of the most beautiful things. And it's something that it was in a book that I just read, The Courage to Be Disliked, where it talks about that we are meant to be a contributor to a community, but to have our safe home and respite is equally as important. One cannot be without the other. We have to be a part of a community, but we have to have our own sanctuary. Inner is where it's starting right now for a lot of us, for myself included. So I'm right there with you. We have to feel at home within ourselves wherever we are, and really continue to have our our imagination blossom. Like, there was an image that came through in my meditation this morning, which is like making sure that our bubble, our auric bubble, is like safe and we feel good within it, but we feel like we can vibe in it. So it's kind of like we're in our little egg and we can just like, I'm safe in here. I'm good in here. But what was fascinating is that the God of my understanding was showing me like putting up the paper on the walls and was like, just keep on your inner bubble. I hope this is making sense, this image. In my inner, the home that you see in your anxiety, keep talking about it in this space. And so I'm going to continue to do that. I'm like, when I'm out and about in public, I'm like talking to myself and talking about understanding. But sometimes when I'm at home, I'm like, why are you so quiet, girl? Chit chat, talk it up, talk it up. But yeah, I feel like having, the collective, these are just the notes that I wrote down, personally, collective, and energetically. I feel like collectively we're going to be kind of really honing in on the communities online that we show up for, as well as the communities in person that we show up for. And it's kind of like, oof, this is funny. So I'm getting a download to share what happens to me over this weekend, which I was like, okay. So I went to a soul sister of mine. It was her birthday on Saturday. And it is very rare that you get me out of the house past dark, like very rare. Like, I made it so that I would show up very rare. I see you, Megan. I see you. I literally made it so that I showed up when the sun was going down, like at sunset. And, she's in her early 20s, my soul sister. And, the invitation said like a soft 6 p.m. start, a soft 1800 start. And she's like, that's only for you because I know you wouldn't show up later. I'm like, I see you and I honor you and I respect you and I love you. And yes, I will come for an hour. Like, yes. I had guests the other day from your town at the winery. What? What? I'm just like hugging you, girl. I would tell me if you're keen. Only if you're keen. I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful. That is wild. First of all, that is wild. For people that don't know, Megan and I are on opposite coasts in the United States. So like that's pretty incredible. That is amazing. I'm just like I'm buckled. I can't wait to hug you, girl. I can't wait. I just can't wait. Oh my goodness. I get so excited I lost my complete train of thought. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, my friend's party. Okay. And that's so like, yeah, that is so beautiful. So beautiful. So I'm at this gathering, and this person is such a bright light, and she really attracted all these different people from all over the world to come in. And so it's like people flew in for this party. And so I stayed for like an extra hour. I was enjoying myself. I was having fun. But what was really funny is that one of the people that were there, as I was giving my hugs goodbye, he was like, yeah, like I'm going to be in town for a few more days. I'd love to see you again. And I was like, oh, thank you. And like in my mind, I was like, no, that this was our stage. This was it. Like, that's not how, like, I need a full day to recover from this energetically. And he was like, yeah, we're going to be going here. We're going to be this. And my dear friend, she's like, with the most beautiful laugh of ever. Like, she's a Libra, and she was like, "Sarah's a recluse." No, no. She's like, "It's this." She just kind of like laughed and was like, "Absolutely." And I was like, "Thank you, my dear. I received that." The label kind of was, I was like, "Oh my God," but it was very, I love people and I will show up for my people in my sacred spaces. I love my Monday group. I absolutely love you all so, so much. I show up to this when I'm full, when I'm not. So you see, it's only very specifically when I don't show up on Mondays. But I kind of like that whole parable is to say, when it's a resounding yes, I will show up full 100%. If it is kinda 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, and my face is doing this, I'm no, that's a no. A resounding yes is yes. That's it. I don't want anything less than that. I don't want anything outside of that. And so I find that it's so Heidi, you have angels watching over you. Thank you. I received that. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love my angels so much. I'm so grateful for you seeing them. Thank you so, so much. I feel that so deeply. I feel so grateful and so blessed and just so just divinely nourished and protected, and it's such a blessing. So thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to share that with all of you and to share this space with all of you. It's been quite a journey. And I don't know if you noticed, I got your chair back. For my OGs that have been around for a while, it's been months since I've had your chair here to be at the Multidimensional Cafe. So Megan, oh, that's so good. Yeah, this came up this morning. Been up for a few hours, and I was like, the cafe. I need my friend's chair to be next to me. I do, I do, I do. Ooh. I tried. I have like an armchair, but it doesn't fit over here. So eventually, we'll have equally as ostentatious thrones to sit in, or a long sofa in my mind's eye is what I visualize. But for now, I got your chair back. I'm very excited about that. But it does. I feel like this collectively, we're keen for full in-person community. We're keen for connections that are real. We're keen for connections that not someone not talking about the weather, not just kind of like, hey, how are you? Where'd you go to school? Oh, okay, what do you do? Where it's like, what do you think of this ever-changing world? What livens you up? What do you do for fun? Like, what do you love most about being alive? And having very deep, profound, heart centered connections with people. That's what we're craving. That's what we're working towards. I've had personal conversations with many of you in the chat about this. Yes. Nice, nice. Personally, I'm a floor sitter or a beanbag girly. I love that. I absolutely love that. Oh my goodness. My friend had a puzzle made of one of the art pieces that she did. So I was like at the head of the puzzle table. It was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah. And it was just she was so and it was really fascinating. I wanna share this with the group. That's one of the gentlemen that was there. He's like, "I could really tell how heart-centered everyone is and how nervous system aware everyone is in this gathering." Like, everybody was just so compassionate and empathetic, and a lot of us were, like, neurospicy, had splashes of autism, so we're like, "What's happening here?" We can talk. Can we talk? Can we share? And it was just really beautiful to see it just exists. It fully exists and is possible to have in our day to day as well as what we have here online. And so I really feel like what's shifting is that people are going to be saying no to things that A, like I said, maybe resonated yesterday, but B, if it's not a resounding yes, it's a no. That's like a resounding yes is the only thing. And that's what I want for every single one of you is to follow your excitement and follow your joy and follow what you love about what you do. Like what about like what you how you show up for your community, for your flock, for your job, for your 3D job, for your 5D job, for your entrepreneurial things, like for everything. I want it to be such a yes. Like I love when we're chatting here and where it's like, "Hi, happy Monday. Hi everyone from across the world." Yes, yes, exactly, Heidi. No judgment. That's one thing that I love so much about this space. We speak from I statements around here, and so many people come from so many different walks of life and so many from different countries from all over the planet. Like I'm in Massachusetts, we have West Coast in the house. What do we have? We have Pakistan in the house, I want to say. We have New York in the house. Like, where are we from? Where are we from across the planet? We all have different lives but we love sharing the space. We're all evolving and growing in our own ways. As it's just what I love the most. Where judgment, it's what I'm noticing is that, judgment can be a wonderful tool to say of discernment, whether it's like, oh, that's not what I would want for myself. So whenever I experience a little bit of like personal judgment, I'm like, oh, that's just not my personal vibe. That's it. After Body, Human by Brandy. Brandy, Brandy. Thank you. I love it. Get our songs and our music of the week. Ah, Brandy just hits the spot. One of the signs in the all sign reading that I posted this morning, it's like their medicine was like 90s music, 90s movies and stuff like that. Thank you. Thank you. It's so like they just tickle the right little areas, which is so, so beautiful. But but yeah, like it's something that's very potent that's shifting, and I feel as though we might be experiencing I've been singing Brandy in the shower on an imaginary world tour. That's awesome. That's awesome. You gotta do it. You really gotta do it. I take my selenite wand as like my microphone sometimes. So it's you just gotta show up as your full self, as your full self. But yeah, don't judge what shifts you see. Don't judge the unsubscribe or the unfollow. Don't judge when other people do it. Don't judge it in yourself. Just let your true self, your true heart come out and let your compassion come out and let knowing, trusting, just trust that the right people are going to be there. Just trust 100% that the right people are going to show up at the cafe. We're going to have the right chat. We're going to have the right experience. And it's all within our alignment. And so like this is we have a few months left of the year, and we're going from a 9 universal year to a 1 year. And next year, and I talked about that in the video, if 2025 brought you to your knees, this video is for you. It might not be for everybody, but we talked about really blending your personal year with the universal year and coming up with a little bit of the why as to why things are happening. For example, I was born on March 23rd. So this year for me is an 8 year. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you so much for what I hope you received from that. I hope you received from that. And it was so my birthday this year for March 23rd, 2025 to March 23rd, 2026, I'm in a personal 8 year. But 2025 is a universal 9 year. So I was like, why is everything still breaking down? Why is the scaffolding? Why is everything falling down? But then when I put those two lenses together, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. Hi, how are you? How are you? But then when I recognize January to March, it's going to be a personal 8 year and a universal 1 year. I was like, you can expect some good things during that time. That's advantageous numerology for you, Sarah. So trust what's breaking down, trust what is happening, and don't try to harvest the seeds right after you've planted them. Personal year 22, very cool. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yes, yes, yes. The Gap Band. I love our musical choices around here. I do. Let your crops grow. Exactly, exactly. Water them, be with them, let the sun shine, spend time with them. Utilize your imagination, utilize your potent mental space to visualize harvest day. Visualize the perfect harvest. It was something that came up. I was processing something yesterday that came up for me, and to remind myself that it doesn't have to always look like the first draft, the first idea, the very first thing, because like I can get very like I'm an Aries sun conjunct Jupiter, Capricorn moon, Scorpio rising, so I'm just ever so slightly rigid and like stubborn, ever so slightly. Earth, wind, and fire. They were into the woo-woo too. I love that. I love that. I love that so much. What was I'm trying to think of the songs that I was dancing to the other I've been ambitious, and at the gym, I'll put my music on shuffle, like the whole like the liked playlist on shuffle. I'm like, just have at it. Have at it. Oh, Stevie Nicks. Nice. 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 Oh, it's so good. But yeah, let your dancing come out. Let your wild child come out. Let it all just Show it. Show your true self, your true heart. Eternal by the Fables. I don't know that one, Anastasia. Got a new playlist. Fables. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, let this Pluto direct just show itself. And it doesn't have to be the Into the Light. Yes. Oh, oh, I love the music that does that. In the best of ways, I love a good cry. I love a good cry, where it just needs to come out. Really does. Every single song that I wanna offer is from the Twilight soundtrack, so I can't, like, I don't know how to, like, Supermassive Black Hole. You just put it on. Just put it on. Just this. There was Werewolf in My Dream last night, like, it's I'm immersed. I'm immersed. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it so much. So what's been alive for all of you? Mhm, 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 mhm. It's it's just, I've been living in Forks. That's where I'm gonna be until the hyperfixation is done, and then I won't have to go back there for another 10, 20 years or so, I don't know, but they're free on YouTube, so I've been living in them. Taking a pause from Hobbiton and from the Shire and just enjoying that, and letting, yeah, let change just be. Like, how can we just wake up each day and in the same way we allow other people, and I've talked about this before, where it's like when you see someone, and in my friend group, we just ask, like, "What's alive for you right now? Like, what's going on for you? Like, what's alive for you?" Say that to ourselves. Say that in our journals. Ooh, nice, Heidi. Nice, nice. And really ask ourselves, like, what's alive for you today? Who are you? How do you want to dress? What do you want to do? What do you want to see? Where do you want to go? Like, get to know your current self, however long they last, however long this version of you is. We're upgrading and evolving and adapting so quickly that it's just enjoy the journey a little bit. Just enjoy it. Just let it kind of show itself, and find ways to just say thank you for the ending of seasons. Thank you for the ending of, friendships or someone that you subscribed to for a long time and really was invested in, and then just say, "Oh my god, I'm not anymore," and that's okay. Yes, yes. I'm finally making the music that I've always wanted to. It feels so satisfying. Oh, thank you for sharing, and thank you for sharing your heart. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I can't wait to hear. This is beautiful. There's been so many of this community have been writing more spoken word poetry, writing their book, writing music, just sharing and dancing and expressing themselves. New ways of channeling are coming through for many of us, for this more spiritual side, for everyone, where it's like new things are coming out, new things are coming through. And it's just so beautiful. Yeah. And as always, for everyone, like, share links to your page, share links to your music, share links to your page, like, please, like, this community, for we show up and we want to support each other, so always feel like you can say, hey, like, plug yourselves, my goodness gracious, talk about yourselves. I want to, it's not just about me around here. I want to share everybody. I want to share everybody. That's what community is about. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Yes. Yes. This is amazing. I'm celebrating this. Art is pouring out of everyone. It's just pouring out of us. It's so lovely to see. I love seeing it. I love, 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 love seeing it. It's just so many of us, even if you don't label yourselves as spiritual, because I want to take that back. It's like for artists, musicians, for creators of any kind, it's like you see beyond the veil, and you're like, I have to create something to A, show you that I'm not crazy, and B, show you what I see beyond the veil. Like, this is like, this is what's coming out. This is what I see, and this is the way I see it. Yeah, reflect on forgiveness. Saturn V in opposition really sucker punched me. Megan, that is huge. That is huge. Forgiveness is so, oh, it's such a relief when it comes. It's so lovely. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. And I say that with reverence. And for people like, I'm a Scorpio rising, Megan's a Scorpio rising, so I can say like, I say that with reverence, where it's like, it's not easy. It's not easy to forgive, but it is so potent and is so beautiful. Oof. Yeah. That Saturn-Venus opposition, it brought up it brought up a lot of, like, self-love for myself and a way to say, like, "Don't wait for your life to start," or "Don't wait for the perfect partner when your home arrives." Like there had been this energy of you're doing the same thing as your future self, but with the mindset of waiting for her to come knock on the door instead of embodying her and not being ashamed that I've been, living in Forks, Washington in Twilight movies and just being able to say that, to say like, that's yeah, yeah. Saturn moments. They don't mess around. Saturn does not mess around. But what I love about Saturn is that it's complete. So, Megan, once that forgiveness is fully integrated, it's complete. It's fully complete. And it's so lovely. And there's there's this feeling that I'm being reminded of, which is when you can say out loud to someone that wronged you or a situation or some whatever it is that, it would be the I need to forgive this person or this moment. When you can say out loud, I don't need anything from you. I don't need you to see me. I don't need any money from you. I don't need any acknowledgement from you. I don't need any love or parenting from you. I don't need anything from him. Good. Because I got me. And I contend to me, maybe I'm not fully healed in my own mind's eye, but like I know how to give myself what it is that I need and I don't need anything from you. That's a big step. Yes. Grieve and self-loathe, first to forgive yourself. There's darkness that you need to go through to come out in the light, sending love to you. Thank you so much for sharing that, Anastasia. Thank you so much. This community does not shy away from the dark aspects of their own inner selves. And whether it's, I know that Nigel, you had labeled it as like your shadow self. I know a lot of us have different names for it. But when we look at I like to think of it as like when I'm in my own inner sanctuary, when I'm in my meditation in my mind's eye, that I'm in this house, this beautiful mansion, and there's this closet that I look at. I'm like, that's dirty. And I'm like, this is your inner sanctuary. You're the only one to clean it. You got to deal with that. Like there's positives and negatives too. And this is a whole side quest that I don't think that we're going to go on of being like, did I contract this? Is this my responsibility? Like all these different things. Like when it comes to traumas, big T, little T traumas, like yes, it's our responsibility to take care of ourselves, but it still doesn't discredit the discomfort and the pain of that experience in and of itself. So feeling that, like we're saying, feeling it deeply, feeling the pain, the emotions of everything that happened is one of the most courageous things that you can do. And so many people, even in the spiritual community, will literally bypass that. Be like, oh, well, I just manifested that because it's in my chart. And it's like, no, that's deep and that's human. And you got to feel it. You got to feel it. You got to feel, yes, forgiveness is freedom. Preach. I love it. I love it. That's that's so huge. That's so, so huge. And I just it's a power to be able to release all of those chains and just to say, whose role doesn't matter. I forgive myself, I forgive you, I forgive the situation, and I can walk towards my future. Oh, I wrote that down. Yes. Oh, maybe I didn't. Very supportive. Oh my god, my ear just went, I did. My ear is, like, ringing and just, like, went absolutely crazy. It's walking, yes, towards our community and our place to thrive, and it's a scripture phrase, but it's called "Remember Lot's wife," which is don't look back. Don't look back. Keep walking forward. Keep walking towards a healthy, loving community, relationship, life, self-love practice, whatever it may be, and be in the muck for as long as you need. For as long as you need. That's something that when it comes to processing, when it comes to grief, when it comes to being in the depths of things, there is no timeline. You got to be in it for that season and you don't know how long that season is, but the second, just like hyperfixation foods, the second that you're done with it, the second that grief wants to get out of your bed, the second that forgiveness comes, like Megan said, freedom. It's just like all of a sudden the clouds part and the sun shines and everything just happens so beautifully. And yeah, I think that the most potent phrase that I was able to say recently to someone from my life was, "I don't need anything from you. Thank you. I love you, but I don't need anything from you." And it was one of the most grown up things I've ever been able to say. Like in that type of in the connection that I have with that person. But it was very like, "Oh wow, that's new. That's new. That's really new." Yes, wherever I place my foot forward is the right path. That I love that. That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, so beautiful. Wherever I place my foot forward is the right path. That's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I wrote something similar in I did a blog in my membership group, the Divine Sovereign Room, which is whenever like things are like whenever you're confused, just take the next small step. Just take the next step. That's it, right? That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. Oh, we're just dropping all those little truth bombs and just beautiful things. I just love and respect this group so much. So thank you so much for being here and thank you for showing up and really and taking the time each Monday. It's one of my favorite things. I look forward to it every week. It's just such a I always feel so full after these and I just enjoy the day. I like to like do all like my work and stuff in the morning before the live so that afterwards I can just like frolic and I'm gonna go out for a drive. I'm gonna go to the store, need a few things from there's 2 grocery stores that I go to. Like one's the Whole Foods, and then one's the small organic store. So I'm gonna go to the small organic store, get my little treats, go back to Twilight, eat one more muffin, hang out with Sybil. Sybil's birthday is coming up. She's a Scorpio. I'm very excited for her. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you for sharing that. That's so beautiful. And your integrity. I see you. I see you. I see you so much. I see you so much. I'll highlight. Let's do it. I'm going to share some people that I follow and subscribe to that I've some of the truth nuggets that they've shared. Teal Swan is someone that I don't always subscribe to her stuff, but she has shared so much and a lot of the trauma healing, those phrases come from her. Let's see, Elizabeth April is someone that I've been, looking at certain things when it comes to coming out of the darkness. Who else did I see? Leo Skeppy. I saw that he had posted something. I haven't watched it yet, but recently where he's like, I just came out of a dark night of the soul. I noticed that. Like, there's a lot of people within Perifs or that are content creators that are, like people that maybe we have pedestalized or even I have pedestalized to say they have a bigger platform. And I'm catching myself in that moment because we all use YouTube, so it's the same platform. Pam Gregory talks about really stepping into the universal 9 year, and she had even offered like, don't make massive changes, just go like let the internal changes come up. Pluto going direct, but like wait till the 1 year to do the little things or to do the big things. It really resonated. So I talk more about the universal and the personal, not or the personal the let me rephrase, the universal 9 year going to the universal 1 year, and then integrating your personal year into that in one of my last videos. I'll put the link for it below. Yeah, if 2025 brought you to your knees. And I really am so grateful for nice. I've been meaning and wanting to make more content like that video where it's just you and I'm channeling, I'm getting messages, it's a little more long range, and we incorporate astrology, but it's not just the astrology. So I have been really excited about sharing that type of content. I think I'm going to do more of that because I really love doing that. Hanging out with you and channeling and like being able to just share the space, pardon me, is one of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite things. So I was so excited that that video resonated with so many of you and that you were able to find validation and understanding within it because it was I literally just showed up. I was fresh faced. I did not have makeup on. I flipped my hair to the other side. I just kind of was like Show them who you are, girl. Just show them who you are. But I love you all so much. Does anyone have any questions? What questions do you have for me going into this week? Next week, we're going to be talking about the new moon is next week. So, yeah, the new moon is Monday. So, on the 20th for our live, I might have the chart up and we can talk about that. In my membership group, the Divine Sovereign Room, we have our new moon Zoom this week on Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We live read charts and we also share our own channeling capabilities. Like if you're not a chart reader, you can pull cards, you can, do tarot, whatever it is that really, or just completely straight channel. But we usually go over about 3 charts if that is accessible, and we kind of hang out together. So that's available this week in the Divine Sovereign Room. And then on Monday for this live, we're going to go over a little bit of the new moon that's in Libra at 28 degrees. That is powerful. I just really noticed that I please don't quote me on these dates, but for like early 90 or early 80s births, like 83, 80, 82, 83, 84, I think this is going to be happening on top of their natal Pluto. So if you have your natal Pluto in late degrees Libra, this is like Pluto's went direct, like so much, so much. So there's a lot happening. So I might do a little bit of a deep dive into that. I'm not really sure. And then we have this week the sun, I think it's on the 17th, the sun squaring Jupiter. So last month we talked about the sun sextiling Jupiter. This month we're going to be talking about the sun squaring Jupiter. So I'll do a little post on that. But I love you all so much. I'm so grateful for this group. If there are ever any questions or any topics that I've not covered or something that you're interested in, that you're keen for a deep dive on, please let me know. Like, I'm always excited about responding to what it is that's really jazzing you up or livening you up. And I know that you know, but I care so much about this group and want to offer to the best of my ability as much as I can. So please let me know what's alive for you, what questions you have for me, what's coming up, and if there's something that a topic that you're curious on, whether it's a deep dive video that I create or we can talk about it on the live sometime, just let me know. A painting video. Oh my goodness. That is so beautifully vulnerable to ask. It's very, I'll put some, thank you for asking that. Because I can put something together for sure. Because it's very like I can't share a lot of it because it's super exposing because I'm like covered in paint and it's very like I can show the parts where I'm wrapped in the canvas and I'm channeling and stuff like that. But there are certain components to my artistry that are just not appropriate in any capacity to be shared publicly. But I can put something together that is a little bit more that is available. So definitely. I haven't done that in a bit. I have not done that in a bit. There's a canvas that I'm working on called Child's Play that is so much fun, and it's like the first song that I listened to on that canvas was the Saved by the Bell soundtrack, and it's just like it's a good time. It's a really good time. But putting together something I can definitely do, and it's fun because when I get on the canvas, I am like open to channeling. I get all of these ideas, all of these downloads, all of these fun things. It's definitely like you're the problem that's you just asked has been in my brain since I started making these canvases because it's like I want to be able to share so much of it. And it's like on my website, I put together a little bit on like it's sarahboshko.com/art studio or just art, maybe. I can't remember. But I talk a little bit about my journey and that conundrum has I experienced that conundrum basically. So I won't go into that. I wrote a little bit about it so you can understand a little bit of my story. So it's kind of like this little baby gate that's in front of me that has been like, how do you do this in a way that is sacred and loving, but that can be, inspiring for others. So thank you so much for asking that and for planting that seed, because it has been a question mark in my mind for years, many, many years, as to how to find the right way to. Oh, Casablanca. You're hitting all the right notes. Hitting all the right notes. Hitting all the right notes. Oh, my darlings, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and with all of us. Like, I'm sending love to every single one of you. So much gratitude, whether you're here live, whether you're here live in the chat, whether you're watching at another point in time. I'm so grateful. It is just such an absolute joy and a privilege to be able to be a part of this with you, to share this space, to be the creator of the Multidimensional Cafe. But for so many of you that show up, words don't fully express how grateful I am, and you're in my prayers, you're in my thoughts, you're just always in my heart. So I am so grateful. I just sending love and hugs and so much gratitude to every single one of you across time and space. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your heart and all of our beautiful recommendations in the chat, and have a beautiful week, everyone. I will see you next week, Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Have a beautiful week. Happy Venus and Libra. Happy Pluto going direct. Thank you so much for being here. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. I'm so grateful to share the space with you all. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I will see you next week, or I'll see you in the next video. I love you so much. Always, Nigel. See you next week.